So I'm driving this morning, took the truck to the Cal Tire to change the tires damaged in Kentucky. So I got 2 new tires, the same saloon, and 1 wheel. Polish trim. It was like $300, and tires were, they didn't have those regular saloons I bought before, which were 16 ply, 275, 70, 22, 5. But the guy says we can get you 18 ply, and he says they only $10 more. And I said deal. And so I drove to Cal Tire, and I noticed that for some reason my truck didn't want to stop, even empty like this. And then I'm looking at it, and something is wrong with this picture. Like, you know, usually there's 3 cables here, right? 2 air and one electric. But basically, because this is pretty dangerous. Of course, this was not like this. I just stored it till I was looking for this broken, to replace the broken glad hand. Basically, see what happened? It just broke off, and this thing was lying like this pretty much. And so I'm guessing this you know, this is not a very good this 83-inch swing radius, like, because this spot goes very far, right? Like when you use this, it doesn't swing as wide. You know, it was swinging wide, and I had the air hoses under these, you know, and because these were pretty tied down with that thing, so it had nowhere to go. So the weakest point was this. And so now I called the auto parts store. Some lady picks up. I said, do you sell glad hands for airlines on the trailer? And she's like, what are they called? I said, glad hands. And she says, never heard of such a thing. I said, okay. And then I went to Canadian Tire. See, aluminum. That's the problem with aluminum. It's very flimsy. Same as with the wheel, right? Aluminum wheels, they are light, but they're not very strong. Maybe that's why cops, maybe there's a reason cops use steel rims. I always make fun of them. Why you guys all have steel rims? What, like low budget on the low budget? At the department or something? And the cops actually never were able to explain to me why. And one guy just said, wait a second, I think is it this one? I think this is electric. Hold on, where's my, oh, this one. Yeah, remember Alan from Casway gave me a bunch of these. And so one cop says, when I'm making fun of him, he says, well, that's all they give us. That was his explanation. He says, that's what we get. Okay, so I'm gonna be turning this way. right? So you have to do like this, right? So then it'll be tight, I think. What the heck? Just broke off. Yeah, so basically, boys and girls, never use this tape to secure anything, okay? And that's why I didn't have brakes, because the cable fell down. So whenever I pushed the brake pedal, only brakes on the truck worked. Hold on, which way is it? Blue, red is this way. Yeah, it's supposed to be. I hope I don't break it. Somewhere like that. And so what I did is I unlocked my fifth wheel and I moved the truck a little bit backwards. So you see now it's lots of room. Now this thing is, so now we should be okay. So you see, that was a quick repair. Yeah, it just broke right off. And so yeah, before this plate was all the way here, so I moved it by, see, that much, maybe like 30 centimeters. So now we should have brakes. Oh, and you see, that's what they did. They removed the jack. And the guy left those for some reason. He says maybe you'll change your mind and decide to mount something over there, because I wanted to mount something here, but when I was looking at the jacks at the Princess Auto, it was hard to visualize, you know, how much space I need. Because they have, I was thinking there was 2 jacks and I could just weld them in here, but then I won't be able to use this like this, you know, it'll have to be pulled this way. So I don't know, like I don't really need that jack. You see, like it can sit like that on a piece of timber because there's the frame there. It's not going anywhere. It's just that jack, sometimes it helps to, it would help to hook up to the trailer, but since I'm always using a wrecker anyway, something is hissing somewhere. All right. So now we should have the brakes. Oh, check this out, a Freightliner with a setback axle, man. All right, my appointment is 1 o'clock. I think I'm already late. Because it's 10 miles. Or 16 clicks. as they used to say in Nam. And so the guy, you know, one tire was cut on the booster. And the guy says, you know, because these are slightly different than your tires, the ones I got today, right? Because they are 18 ply. I think they're slightly bigger. Maybe the tread is bigger. I don't know. But the guy says it's not a good idea to mix them and put the one tire, like use one tire like that on a 16 ply, you know, next to it.
Turn right onto Espino Road, Waterloo Regional Road 24.
And so he moved the wheel. So now I have two of these 18 ply tires. They're on the same side, and of course they charge you extra for that. But I think it's a good idea. You know, this thing, you see that says no left turn, because I need to go there. Oh, actually, wait a second, I need to go this way. Oh yeah. But this would be so handy if they allowed left turn in here. Because now I have to go to that crazy intersection where lights are red for 2 minutes. No, wait, 2 minutes, not 2 minutes, like 5 minutes. I always try to avoid that intersection, but with this sign over here, it's not possible. Yeah, it would be cool now because I'm blocking the entire road behind me. It would be cool now to get somebody that wants to turn this way, and then they would stop and wait for me, and I cannot go.
200 meters, make a U-turn to Eagle Street North, Waterloo Regional Road 39.
So the new tires and the rim combined was $1,250 Canadian, which is roughly 950 US. And maybe in the future,
Make a U-turn at Eagle Street North, Waterloo Regional Road 39.
I wonder, I'm not sure if I can do a U-turn here. I don't want to break another glad hand. So yeah, almost $1,000, and now I want to do the alignment before I'm loading on Thursday. I see, so you sit here like forever. And the guys where I'm going, you know, I've been there before, they were not very happy to hear that my trailer is 53 foot long. I said, why is that? I said, last time I came with 4 axles. Now I have
300 meters, keep left, continue on Waterloo Regional Road 24.
now I only have 3.
Continue on Waterloo Regional Road 39 for 1.5 kilometers.
Son of a gun. I have to go go back where I was sitting. Because I cannot turn around like that. Oh, wait a second. Ah, I know what I can do. But I'm not sure if I can turn in there. Like, there's a turn near the Best Buy. But I think it's pretty tight. It's not gonna work for me with the trailer. Interesting intersection. The guys on the other side have to stop, and people coming from here have the advantage even when they're turning left.
Turn left, then turn right.
No, we're not doing that. I'm just gonna turn around here. This is actually our, used to be a lumber place, like kind of like Home Depot, and then it became a vaccination clinic. That's why I got my 2 vaccines. Cambridge Pine Bush COVID-19 vaccination clinic, and now you see this. I think it's open. But there's no lineup, no people. Because I think Canada is pretty much all is vaccinated.
Left, then turn right. Turn right, then turn right.
And that's how you do a U-turn with the RGN trailer. And remember, when you're filming, always come to a complete stop. You see here, that's what I was talking about. So I gotta stop. So yeah, I have stop sign and these guys have the stop sign, but these guys, when they're turning left, sometimes they're not sure and they will stop and pause, but they don't have any stop sign on their side, so you gotta let them go. This guy wasn't signaling, so I had no idea. And then he stops in the middle of the intersection. Already 12:48. How am I gonna do 16 kilometers in 12 minutes? I'm not sure. Oh, now I can feel, like I push the brakes and I can feel the trailer is slowing down. Green arrow, beautiful.
200 meters, keep left, continue on Waterloo Regional Road 24.
And this is the hotel I'm staying at. But my car is in.
Left, continue on Waterloo Regional Road 24.
my car is in my parking lot.
In 400 meters, use the right lane to take the Ontario 401 West tram to London.
You see this turn, I could have done that, but it's very sharp. And ever since they started construction, like this lane
Take the Ontario 401 West tram.
became very, very slow, because before it was just 2 lanes. No, actually, before there was 3 lanes. Yeah, 2 lanes were going this way,
In 500 meters, merge onto Ontario 401 West.
and 1 lane, the 3rd lane, was going this way. And so, of course, people were always panicking over here because they were changing lanes. At the last moment. But so yeah, if you were in the curb lane, you were going to 401. So now they killed that lane,
Meters to merge onto Ontario 401 West.
because I think they're gonna make it wider, maybe make 2 lanes that turn, that go to the freeway. So now we only have 2 lanes, and that right lane, they always come to almost to a stop, because the turn is so sharp now there. And I'm pretty sure there'll be a bunch of accidents over there.
Continue on Ontario 401 West for 3 kilometers.
At least they made this one wide. You see, like, this is my lane, right? This lane starts at my ramp.
3 kilometers, take the Ontario 8 exit toward Kitchener-Waterloo.
And on the opposite, I have to go right here. Because these two lanes exit at Highway 8, which I need. Almost went to the wrong highway, but here it's like a fork, you know, 1 highway becomes 2. This is 7 west, and the one I almost went to was 85 or something, or 7 east. I think I'm just taking this exit here. No, it still ends.
600 meters, take the Cortland Avenue exit.
12:59.
Take the Cortland Avenue exit.
remember this island. So I also need to do alignment and change tires on the truck, but I don't have resources for this time for that. I know I can find them. I'm gonna get cheap the same, I think Cylon, it's the same tire, just 425 millimeter size, because they keep telling me like my truck slightly pulls to the right. They keep telling me it's not alignment, it's my tires. And of course one of my tires is newer. Oh, I forgot to do this. I wanted to ask, you know, Cal Tire, when they were changing the trailer tires, I wanted to ask him to swap my steer, like, you know, just take the full assembly wheel and tire from the left, put it on the right, because this one is better. This is the one that blew out, and I replace it with a brand new one. Right, so maybe that's why the truck steers to the right a little bit, because there's less tread over there, so more friction. Come on. But I think they're right on this street.
600 meters, turn left onto Walton Avenue.
Yeah, I can see them from here. That's where the trucks are parked. And basically, yeah, oh, I forgot to mention, so I started talking about why they were not happy with the length of my trailer. I said, last time I came with a 4-axle trailer, which is 60 feet long, and you guys were okay, and they said, well, this time we have a problem. They said that our deepest bay, the one that you backed into, it's now occupied with a fire truck, because they also do just, you know, truck repair. And they said that fire truck is not going anywhere, and so
Turn left onto Walton Avenue, then turn right onto Kipling Avenue.
and so the other bay we have, it's not as long. And so you see, I have to go in here and then pull in front. That's this place in the corner here. And I need that corner. So you go. Oh, come on.
Take the next right onto Kipling Avenue, then turn right.
All right, let's go ask them where they want me. And I'm done with the alignment. Basically, everything was cool. So it's pretty expensive, you know, checking alignment, but it's better to do it. Oh, wait a second. No, it still ends. Sometimes these lane markings, you know, really confusing.
Take the interchange on the right.
So they checked all 4 axles. The guy said that they were able to measure the booster. This guy, because I asked him, I said, just maybe measure from the front, you know, from the front of the flip axle to the axle, or there should be some kind of a way to measure if the axle is off like this, right? And the guy said, yeah, we probably can do it. And so they checked, they said no, everything is good within the same dopuski, the same dopusk, that's okay. Meaning there's a slight variance, but you know, you cannot make it like 0, 0, 0, so it's like within a certain amount, but they said it's acceptable, no big deal. I said okay. And so basically what helped is that the guy who hit me in Kentucky, I didn't do a video about this because I was just too stressed out, but the guy hit me, and it was kind of like a sliding hit. We were going in the same direction, except I was doing 60 miles per hour and he was flying according to how the picture was increasing in the mirror. He was doing probably 100 miles an hour, you know, 160 kilometers an hour, maybe 150. And it was a pickup truck, and he was towing a trailer, a small trailer. And he started doing this, lost control, and the rest is history. But the tires were okay. I was able to finish the trip because he just cut them. Like one tire had this chunk missing on the sidewall, like probably, I don't know, 1 inch tall and about like this, and you can see the cord. And I put some liquid rubber in there just to help me get home. And then the other tire had this deep cut, like this, you know, like 2 or 3 cuts. One was like this deep and the other one a bit more shallow, but it looked very, very bad because I cannot see if the cords have been cut. But when I showed it to the Cal Tire guy, he says, oh yeah, he says this one will be flat for sure. But again, I got lucky that I was able to finish my trip and deliver the excavator and get paid. But so yeah, this is I'm not gonna send this to the lawyer. I send them a copy of the repair bill with the tires. I said this is what I had to do: 2 new tires and 1 new wheel. So that's what's happening. And so tires are good, alignment is checked, the truck is greased, they checked the turbo, right? And they found a couple of small air and oil leaks, fixed that. And I asked him to look into that right turn signal situation. They couldn't find any shorts. But when they took the bulb, the bad bulb that I showed them, they said we could see. No, actually, they changed both of them. They said we could see the melt, how the plastic, you know, the foundation of the where the glass is connected, it was melting. That means there was too much you know, electricity there, too much power. I don't know. So the truck is ready, the truck is greased, the new filter is in, right? And also they did something odd. The guy says when they were looking underneath, they noticed there was a rust bubble on the oil filter on the transmission. And I did not even know that the transmission has an oil filter. But he says, yeah, it looked, didn't look good. It looked like it was never changed. And I said, that's correct. I don't think I ever changed the oil filter on the transmission. And so they said, we change it because it's better to change the filter than deal with you know, bad oil, and then you lose your transmission. I said, guys, I appreciate this. And that's the kind of mechanics, you know, you're looking for when, you know, they notice things and they give you an advice. You know, maybe it's better. Like in this case, you see, I didn't even ask them to check for that, right? But they saw something they did not like, and they told me, and they fixed it. So it's very hard to find good mechanics like that nowadays. So and that was transaxle truck service. And so the only thing I gotta do now is what? I gotta buy some cheap timber just to protect the trailer, and then I have to get some fuel because I'm already less than a quarter of a tank. Oh wow. And it's same level on both gauges. So, and pricing here is pretty expensive in Ontario. It's like $1.41 per liter Canadian. But what do you do? I need fuel. But last time I was in Port Huron, Michigan, over there I think it was $3.60 a gallon US, which is like $1 per liter in Canadian as opposed to $1.45. So I'm just gonna get enough diesel to get me to the border, basically 2 hours, which, let's say 100 liters. With the load I'm picking up, I know from experience it's gonna be about 50 liters per 100 kilometers, and it's 200 kilometers to the border, so I need 100 liters. 100 liters, or roughly 30% of a gallon, right? Because the gallon is 3.78. Yeah, it's like less than 30% of a gallon. I mean gallon. What I'm talking about? 100 gallons. 100 gallons is 3.78. I need 100. So probably I'm thinking 30 gallons. And so now the plan is just to park the truck without getting killed at this roundabout, and then grab my car
in 50 meters. At the roundabout, take the third exit.
and I don't know, probably go to Starbucks or something, maybe go back to my hotel. I don't like these. I don't know. My might be faster in many situations, but I think these roundabouts are more dangerous. By the way, the other day there was a big I was checking online for some local news, and I was surprised to see, like, the intersection, right? When I go let's say towards Toronto, like the next big intersection there at the Town Line Road, and it's just an intersection, it's not a roundabout. A few days ago there was a horrific accident there. A pickup truck, or no, more like an SUV. An SUV hit another SUV, and the total of 9 people got into a hospital. Like, one SUV was trying to make a turn, and the other one was going straight. I'm not sure who was drunk
600 meters.
or who didn't pay attention, but it was 8:30 in the evening, so it was already dark. And this place gets busier and busier. Oh yeah, and of course that's what I gotta do. I was looking at that spot over there. So before there used to be just one pickup truck parked over there on the corner. Now there's 2 rows. There's the truck and this Honda, and then there was another pickup truck. And usually that's where I park my trailer when we do shuffling around, you know, the necks and the boosters. And that's what I gotta do tomorrow, right? Because I only have 3 axles now, and the booster is on the deck, so I have to take off the booster, and I have to change the flip necks, the flip boxes, and I have to take the axle that's now on the ground and hook it up to the trailer. So I'm gonna have 4 axles, and I'm gonna have short neck. So that's it, boys and girls. Thanks for watching. Ciao.